I want to talk about our hair and specifically how you go about dealing with, you know, losing your hair. Um, if you're young and you start noticing that you're losing your hair, it can really affect your self-esteem and confidence, and you can find yourself getting depressed. You can start having a lot of negative thoughts, like saying, I'm not attractive anymore. Girls aren't going to like me anymore. And you can just really wreck your self-image of yourself by being in a state of negativity because of your hair. And I want to encourage all of you that are watching this video that are going through something like this to be positive and have a positive mind and outlook on life. And don't let something so minuscule like your hair bring you down. Looks is one thing, but feeling good about yourself is something totally different. And a lot of times, people will try to bring you down by saying, you don't look good with that type of hairdo, or, you should just shave your head, but the thing that people fail to realize is to think about the other person and what would be best for them, what they're most comfortable with. See, don't try to shape and mold your life based upon what everybody else wants you to do. Be confident in yourself and do what makes you feel happy, and what makes you feel good. Granted that it's a good thing. I'm not promoting people, to drink alcohol and smoke weed because that makes them feel good. No, I'm talking about, good, righteous, holy things, that are good in the sight of God, So, for your hair, if you're losing your hair, but you like your hair long, and you feel good about that, and you feel attractive, then that's awesome. And don't let other people tell you, that you should just shave your head because you'll look better that way. According to them, that might be true. But again, they're failing to understand, how you feel. And that's where empathy comes into play, where you can understand how the other person feels. Showing compassion, showing respect. Those are good qualities to have as an individual. And I think so many times, we forget to think about the other person. We just think about what we think is best for them, and we like to press our beliefs and our looks onto other people, so we just keep trying to push all of our beliefs and everything that we think is right onto another individual, and don't give that other individual the ability to have their own freedom to choose what they feel is best for them. I find that happens a lot, with even with making certain videos or getting yourself out there to the public, and you have certain individuals saying things like that. And whether they're personal attacks, I don't know. But what my point is in this video is that we need to be more sensitive to other people. And, instead of trying to be so negative, try to be positive. Try to make that person feel comfortable. Even if you think, oh, he looks ugly, or he would look a lot better, with a shaved head or whatever, just try to be more sensitive, and because your view of reality and what you think other people think about other people is not always accurate, see, because we don't know what everybody else is thinking. What one person thinks about someone, another person might think differently. Again, beauty is really in the eye of the beholder, and I've seen a lot of people with, bald heads, with hair, on the sides, and I don't condemn them. I don't tell them, you'd look better if you just shaved off all your hair. just show compassion. Life is more than looks, you know. Life is so much more than looks, and how you carry yourself as an individual is so much more important than how you look. You know, are you, and in my opinion, you know, I'm living to glorify God. That's my purpose, you know, as a Christian that believes in God. You know, I don't live for trying to make myself look the best that I can. You know, I'm not vain. My purpose for life is so much greater than that. You know, and we're all going to get old and age, so why spend so much time trying to look the best possible and everything? Now, I'm not saying not to take care of yourself, but when it becomes obsessive, and when you're just trying to live to become so attractive, or you're trying to have the best hairdo, hear me out, guys. Losing your hair or getting gray hair is not a sign that you're unhealthy. It's just a sign that you're maturing, that you're getting older, that your genetic blueprint that you inherited from your parents is starting to take effect more. Okay? It's totally natural. There's nothing wrong with you. And you can either embrace it or you can fight it and live with negative feelings the rest of your life. But if you want to be positive and have a good outlook on life, and you want to understand that, hey, this is just natural, it just means I'm getting older and more mature, and there's nothing wrong with that. So many times I think that people today, they don't want to mature, they don't want to get older, they don't want to accept the inevitable, okay? And the more that you are willing to accept, you know, your reality and what you inherited and what you have, the better off you're going to be. You know, God created us in His image, and God created my body, and I can either be, you know, thankful for this body that He's given me, or I can, you know, whine and cry about it and complain, and that is not going to benefit me at all. It's just going to drive me further down, you know, into despair, into depression. So be thankful for what God has given you, and don't be so focused on what all these other people are trying to tell you you should be, but rather think about what God wants you to be, you know, and do what you know is right and what makes you feel comfortable as a human being. So don't be depressed. Don't live in a state of negative feelings and emotions all the time, and realize that you're attractive, no matter what, and you know, beauty comes from within, you know, and it comes through what you speak too. And I would much rather, you know, be acquainted with someone that is very compassionate and loving and gentle and understanding and humble than someone that's proud and stuck up and has the most attractive bodily figure imaginable. So, you know, there are much more important things in life than just our looks. And we shouldn't be so fearful of what other people think of us, but rather be focused on what God thinks of us. And if we're living, you know, a righteous life, you know, are we avoiding sin? Are we trying to do the right thing? And that, to me, you know, and that comes from the heart. And that only happens when God changes a person from the inside. So hopefully this video has been an encouragement to you for anybody that is facing any of these challenges, whether that be from your hair, or if you have skin problems, or whatever it is. We all have certain challenges, but, you know, we have to look at these things in the right way, and we have to be positive. Thanks for watching the video.